Hello everybody! Hello, hello, hello! Happy Wednesday everyone! We are live. We are here. We are ready to do some stuff. Good evening Fred. Good evening Dave. Hello Pikachu. Hello Abaddon75. Hello Chris. Hello, Mr. Gwatkin. Hello, A to the 40k homeboy. Yo, Just G Minis. Hello, Sam Gentle. Good evening to you, sir, as well. Hello, Boca. How are we all today? Is everybody happy? Everybody having a good week so far? Let's bring the microphone a little bit closer that way. Hello, Dom. I hope everybody is having a lovely Wednesday today. A lovely Wednesday evening. It is our live hobby hangout. And as you might have guessed from the title, help me learn how to airbrush! Yes, I have no idea what I'm doing. I have a compressor. I have a box called from Timber Tech. I have a cable. Hello, Joe. I have airbrush thinner. I have this. And I have this airbrush cleaner as well. We should probably open these. I suspect we're going to need them. Kids in bed, got coffee and watching airbrush lessons. Awesome, Sam. Hello to you as well, Katrina. From Joe and Katrina. Mr. Whipster. I like that. Most of my I'm cutting these like a terrible person. Most of my pictures on Instagram could be considered Mr. Whipster because I always post them before I've done the bases. And let's be honest, it's not done until the base is done. Hello again, Marius Thomason. Hello Matt. Hello Kataro. There you are. Happy New Year to you too, Jason. I'm joined by Meg and Barley tonight. Ah, well, I'm really excited to hear what Barley's opinion is on airbrushing. I suspect he's got a lot of hints for me. Hello, Russ. We might be confusing Barley, hopefully. If you can hear my voice but not see me. And damn you, Josh, because of you, I start collecting Demons of Nurgle. Oh dear, Kataro. Does that mean I have to buy some more Demons of Nurgle? Just sack off the thinner, get flow improver. Might be a bit late. Well, it is a little late, because we've got this. I'll get some flow improver later. Maybe. We'll see how this goes, because I am apprehensive at best. Do you have flow improver? No, I have this, Glenn Marius. So today is a learning experience for all of us. Well, for me, because I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. Now, what I've got is I've got these, I've got this thing, I've got the compressor under here. I've got some, like a piece of paper, like a pad. This here, so I'm going to do some testing on just the paper, but we do have, once I've kind of tested it once, we do also have this Drakari Raider, which we can do a little bit of stuff on. Do you have a respirator or good ventilation? I have a window I can open. I do not have a respirator, no. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think we'll be okay because we're not going to be doing this for long. I'm not going to be airbrushing late into the night. It's really just for me to get the hang of and understand it. But yes, I want you guys to teach me your ways. Teach me the things I need to know. Open that window, boy. I shall open it now. It's up there. Ugh. You're painting Drakari. Sort of, Mikey's Rule Gaming. Not as well as you. Right, the window is open. You really do need the respirator. Well, that's not what the internet told me. Probably going to use some contrast paint, Glenn Marius. Probably. Because that's what I have the most of in abundance. I don't have any air paints. Did you watch the Vincent Venturella cleaning video? Nope. Nope. This arrived yesterday, and I've done no preparation whatsoever. So, your video is stopped too. Try refreshing the page. If you can still hear me. Hopefully you can still hear me. I do know what to suggest. I've not dropped any frames yet. It is okay to use base paint, don't need air paint. Well, I want to try it with I want to try it with contrast paint. Don't worry, I won't pass out on the stream. I will do my best. So, I don't know if this is going to come into shot because it's plugged in all the way over there. But like, that's my compressor. So my understanding of this is that this comes with something already installed, a needle already installed. I'm not sure what needle. Breathe through your mouth. I will. I shall. I promise. So okay, here we go. So my airbrush that I have in my hand here, it comes with a pre-installed nozzle and needle of 0.3 millimeters. Is that good? Is 0.3 mils good? So I know that this kind of screws in here. So I think you press it down, don't you, to make the air go, and then you do that to 0.3 is average, really. 0.3 is grand. Yeah? Good start, middle of the range. Okay, cool. So now I need to attach this bit to that nozzle there. Like that. So now if I turn this on, this is probably going to make a noise, right? I think the compressor is going to then fill up, yes? That should be correct, right? I like the clown music, very appropriate. It is very appropriate for what's about to happen. I don't know how loud this is going to be. Right, there we go. So you're saying, how's that? Is that too much compression? So that's gone all the way up to... That's gone all the way up to 4 bar? Yes, it should, like, I think if I... Don't worry, I won't leave this. I won't leave this on here. You want it about 20 to 30 psi. Okay, so I think we pull this out. And then... Is that gonna... do anything? Ah, yes, it is doing something. 20 to... Okay, so I want that to be between 20 and 30, right? I want that to be 20 to 25. Is that correct? Release the pressure. Is that right? If I leave it at 30 and then when I do that, it goes down to 20. Like that. This is so funny. The camera being mounted on the desk, it just makes it look like we're doing airbrushing in an earthquake. I'm sorry, I'll stop doing that. So is that now, so for all you people out there who know, that's now set up, is that right? That's all good. Yeah? And we've got the 0.3mm needle in there. Pre-installed nozzle and needle. I might just doink it just a little bit more. There we go. And then press that in. Lock it in place. Okay, cool. So we'll move that out of the way now. So we'll stop, you know, having all that kind of fun. Go down in pressure to about 25. You want me to go down even further? Because that's at 30. Okay. Like that. Yeah? Are we happy? That feels very weak to me. Because that's dropping right down to 0. Is that right? No, see that's gone all the way down to 10 now. There. Like that. Yeah, so it sits around about 30, and then when I'm spraying it comes down to 20. That makes sense. I think we're good. I might just turn it down just a little bit. Oh. Hmm. That feels correct. No, it doesn't. It feels too powerful. Right, hang on. We're getting there. I'm just going to leave it there, like that. Right. You can go down on the floor now. So, now that we've sorted that out, do I have the airbrush holder? Is there supposed to be one? Right. So now comes the next big question. I need to get paint in here. What do I do? I'm gonna do. Like I said, I'm just gonna do a little bit of testing on this bit of paper. Take a mouthful and dribble it in. Tip it in. First, add thinner. Use a straw, suck it up and spit back out into pot. Good lord. Okay. Right, so I've got this thinner here. So have any pipettes? I do have some pipettes. You want about 2 drops of thinner to 6 drops of paint, or 2 drops of paint to 6 drops of thinner. Those literally contradict each other. So I'm going to be doing it with contrast paints, because that's ultimately why I got this. So what do you guys think? Do you reckon like 1 or 2 drops of this, and then like 2 drops of contrast? I've got, like I said, I've got these pipettes. So I've got these. Don't need to thin them. Don't know the name of it. Yeah, I've got these. These will. Contrast doesn't need thinning at all, but it's expensive versus using ink. If contrast, you shouldn't need to thin. Okay. So you guys are saying I don't need to thin the contrast paints. Okay then. I use 1 thinner to 5. Do you use, so 1 droplet of thinner to 5 of these? Chewy? Is that what you do? I'm interested. I'm very interested. I'm trying to think what contrast paints I've got that I could... I've got spares of. You know what I mean? If I just pop that down for a moment. What colour should we do, guys? I might do like Volupus pink or something. We've got no music. For testing, use base paint. Okay. It's 0.3 on the nozzle, Jazz. A light one, then a dark one. Okay. So I could do a green, I suppose. Pterodon turquoise. Ooh, Pterodon turquoise. Great. Alright, let's try it. It can only go wrong, right? Watch some YouTube videos. Why would I watch YouTube videos, Russ, when I can ask all of you lot to teach me? Right. Pterodon turquoise. Great suggestion. So, we'll give it a good shake, and then what? We're just going to use the pipette to suck some up, right? And then just... Are we putting thinner in or not? Have we decided that? Are we putting a thinner in? Let's do a drop of thinner. Do another couple. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put 6 in there. Get out of my pipette. Backwash to mix. What does that mean? So I just need to press the button, right? And then just... What, so put my finger like that and then pull? Close the pot. Finger over the nozzle. And then... Now that. So that should be done now, right? So now I'm just going to do some spraying. Is that what's going to happen? Oh, close that pot. Okay. Have I just not got enough paint in there? I am pulling back. It worked for like 2 seconds. You need more paint in there. Right. Okay. We'll put some more paint in. Yeah, tip looks reasonably dry. I'm just going to put some more paint in. So, I need to backwash it again, right? So, put my finger on that. Like that. I am pulling it all the way back. Take off the front guard. Do I need to clean that? Brush some thinner on it. Okay. Unscrew the release at the back, this bit. Aha! Well, would you look at that? Should I put this little nozzle thing back on? Probably this bit at the back, you say? Was it just on too tight? This is a piece of Warhipster history right here. So if I do like like that. That's fun. It certainly looks interesting. So like when I'm doing it on a model then, I have to make sure that I'm like keeping it, if I want it to be a certain colour, right, I have to keep it a certain distance away. Is that how that works? So like if I go onto this Drakari Raider thing now and start airbrushing over the top of it, it's not going to be a horrible, terrible expression. You're going to do a competition doing your first piece of airbrush art. Yeah, alright. Gosh, this is a bit dusty. No, Chewy, I do not. What I can do is I can just do this, and I can prime over it. Right, so what I'm learning here is that you definitely want it to be in sub-assemblies. I mean, it makes sense. It does work, doesn't it? It looks very nice. I mean, that half is really good. That half I kind of run out of paint. But, okay. So, my next question, guys. If I now want to change colour, what do I do? So, like, that now looks like a Pterodon turquoise to me. Okay. Pour cleaner into cup. This is the part of the airbrushes that sucks. Yeah, because I can't just now dip this in this water pot. So what do I do? Right, so let's say I'm going to use this. Put it back in the bottle, then IPA through the nozzle / backflow air block flow in the cap. Right, so do I just like pour some of this cleaner in here and then just like spray it in there? Oh. To backwash water and dump, don't spray through. Did you get an airbrush pot? No. Rinse with your water first. What, so... You need a filter. What? What do I do? It's drying! So I need some water. Is that what we're saying? Do you have any squeezy water bottles? Downstairs I do. Do you want me to just squish? So... Oh, I see. Okay. Hang on. Al? Can you fill up a sports bottle with some clean water for me? And then could you bring it to me? Thank you. Water is coming. It's on its way, ladies and gentlemen. It's on its way. Thank you very much. Right, so I'm just going to dump some water in here. Like that. And then use a clean brush to swizzle it around. Like this. Thank you, Aidan. Put some water in, use a clean brush to swish it. Then I'm just going to dump that out. Like that. Should I put a little bit more water in? And then dump it out. Should I do it one more time? Position the cup sideways over the pot, squeeze water into the cup. Oh, what, like? Like that. That's coming out clean. Then watch the Vincent Ventura cover. Oh, I will. I will. Right. So now I put the airbrush cleaner in. Is that right? And I'm just gonna in there in the front. How many droplets, Aiden? 1 or 2? 3 or 4? 5 or 6? 7 or 8? So I'll just put a load in there, like that. Go crazy. Alright, I'll go a little bit crazier. Just put a little bit more in. So now what you're saying is to do that back thing again. So put my finger on that and then spray it back. Is that right? So like to do. Whoa. Like that. And then just dump that out, right? I like the bubbles. And then you want me to just dump that out, right? Someone tell me! Do I dump it out? Yes. Dump half. Okay. Dump it. Dump it louder. Alright. We'll consider it all dumped. It's been dumped. You're dumped. And then use a bit of kitchen roll, was that what I was told? And then just use this to, what, just like absorb it? And then spray a bit so it cleans the inside. Oh, I should have known that! Oh my god! That looks right. Oh, it's one of the funniest things I've ever done to myself. I want to thank all of you for your help so far. That moment of spraying the water was exactly what an airbrush pot is for. Right, okay, right. How much is a warbrush? Can someone dump me a link or tell me? Right, so you're saying that I should now just put a little bit of this in it and spray it through, right? Or not. I mean, it looks pretty clean in there. There's a bit of... Still a little bit of like the Pterodon turquoise in there coming out. So given as there's still a little bit, run some water through it, then some airbrush coating. Right, so I'll just put a blob of this on there. And then, oh, thank you, Kevin Schweiger. Oh, thank you, Chewy. Thank you very much, Kevin. That's very helpful. That looks pretty clean. I think that's coming out clean. You want me to put some airbrush cleaner through it though? Just put a little drop more of water in there. Right. Get a fresh piece because I think that's showing. Yeah, that's clean. Looks clean to me. That doesn't look Pterodon turquoisey at all. Yeah, crushed it. And thus concludes the audience's masterclass. You guys are absolute freaking heroes. Have I mentioned that before? That was very helpful. You now know how to airbrush. I do now know how to airbrush. That's the first time I ever used one as well. And like, that looks alright, doesn't it? Hilariously, Mikey, that's pretty much your colour, isn't it? You'll never want to do it again. Well, it only took us 52 minutes. You're good to change colour now, mate. Ah, yeah, we could do another colour, couldn't we? God, that's a lot of faff, though. I guess, like... Let me just... I want to look at the... John, if you're sending me links, I don't know if they're going to come up in the chat. It might block them because YouTube is weird about that type of thing. I don't know if anyone has ever done anything like that before on a stream. Defo watch Vincey V's airbrush vids. Right, yes, I will. I should probably clean this out, actually. That'll do it. Pet should be good to go. There's going to be more Cruel Boys painting videos in the future. They're very helpful. Yeah, we've got a I've got a Maya Brute Troggoth, and I've got a Beast Skewer. Right, I'm going to yeah, we've got a Beast Skewer Kilbo. That's a video that I will get to doing. So, guys, thank you. I'm going to now make a bunch of lists of things that I now need to do next, and you guys have been amazing. But let me just grab my keyboard. Let me just what was I going to do? There was a thing I was going to do. Will you be doing any Chaos Space Marines soon? It certainly will be, with new Chaos Space Marines on the way. Yo, just got done with an airbrush session here. Nah, that's awesome, that the Alex Beast. I can really see that being very useful for an upcoming commission that I've got, which is more Eldar. Gorgeous keyboard, thank you. It's a bit grubby, actually. I need to give that a clean. Airbrush cleaner, right? So I want to make a note. So you guys are saying go to Vince airbrush tips from YouTube. So first and foremost is like, I didn't do anything, it just started compressing. So you guys said when I was doing the thing to make sure that the back release isn't too tight. So make sure the back bit isn't too tight. If it feels a bit if it feels like it might be blocked, paint some thinner over the needle. Oh, always remember to turn off the airbrush and then release all the compressed air. That is a great idea. I mean, we might do a little bit more in a minute, but I'm just going to... There we go. Well, that lid doesn't want to stay on. To clear it. Backwash the paint and thinner to mix it. This is the thing where you stick your finger over it and run some air through it. Josh, you fool. Go over it slowly in a couple of layers until you're happy, and then cleaning. Water in first. Use a brush to swirl it around. Do it a couple of times. Bang in some cleaner. Backwash cleaner. Run some air and water till it's clean. Right, perfect. Will you do a series/summary of your airbrush training, as I have found this useful and fun to watch? I've watched some beginners videos, but this has been far more useful for initial setup, etc. Yeah, no, I will. Don't forget to drain the water from the compressor tank. Screw underneath. Do I have water in my compressor tank? Oh my god, there's so much to this! What do I do? I have to drain this. It's a bit hot. The water trap, the button on the bottom. Am I going to press a button and I'm going to get... Right. Hang on. Put this here. Right. Where are we talking, guys? This is it. So what are you saying? So I've got this thing. Is this what we're talking about? That one. Alright, so we've got a little bit of condensation on there. So what do I need to do? Just like press on that button and it'll release it? Or do you mean just like should I undo that and let the... Oh, okay. I'm going to press that and water's going to go everywhere, isn't it? You're not just punking me, are you? If I press that now, what's going to happen? Anything in there? I haven't really done very much, have I? Okay. Thank you. Because I would not have known that. Pop you back in the cradle up here. Yeah, there's not really anything coming out of that. Down you go, compressor. What is that? That is a bit of resin. Ah. Okay, so let the condensation out after a long session by pressing the prank button that chat told you to. Right, so the next thing I need to buy is buy a respirator. Compress her, I barely know her. So buy a respirator. I'm all good. I haven't got colours leaking out of me at the moment. My glasses, they are grubby, but they're not respirators for wimps. Everyone told me to get a respirator at the beginning. I think you told me to get one, Aidan. Buy a respirator. Buy a pot. That's what you were saying. Buy an airbrush pot. Check your nose. I'm all good. I don't have any Pterodon turquoise in my nose. Okay. Airbrush pot. That's what I was going to do next. You dropped a link in Discord, right? In fact, I think what we can do is we can do a thing where I go add window client. And then we can go like that. So are we saying this one here? This one. This is what you're recommending that I buy. Oh. Is that better? So you're saying get this Fengda Airbrush completely cleaning kit, BD778 cleaning pot with holder, 5-piece cleaning brushes, 5-piece cleaning pick, 1 wash needle. Okay. Alright. We'll add that to basket. And then some squeezy, did you say some squeezy bottles? So like airbrush accessories. These ones. You get cleaning brushes in the set you bought. No, you just get spare nozzles and stuff. No, that's for paint mixers. Okay. What was the one Chewie said? A medical squeezy bottle. Chewie said... Oh, Dom said a Wash Labs squeeze bottle. This type of thing. $7.9. Yeah, that. Okay, well, we can get 3, I suppose. Well, I'll add them to the basket. What are we looking at? $21.98, right. Respirator mask. I was born in the dark! Tattoo. Is there a cheaper one? £5.80. Limited time deal. Yeah, this, yeah? Any mask will do. Respirator mask. FFP2 respirator dust mask. Respiratory. Is that the cheapest thing we've got there? Years. $3M for respirator. That one. Oh, there's 10 of them. Check eBay. Is there anything else I need? I might do that. I might electric my local hardware store. Anything else that I desperately need? Just dress yourself as a Krieg. Problem solved. £20.99. Like, that is literally doubling the amount for this one. And it's probably a large, to be honest. I have an enormous head. Turntable might be useful. Oh, right, it's for doing the, you know, yeah, so I don't have to hold it. eBay is cheaper. Yeah, I'll leave the respirator mask for now. Inline moisture trap. Inline. Can you get little airbrush stands? Look at airbrush extraction. Oh. In loin. Airbrush extraction. Oh, crumbs. I cannot afford this. Something like that one there on the end. Okay. £21.98. I can't really not need it. No, that's fair. Okay. Well, I will get the bottles and the pot. I went to the cult airbrush class near you. Was a great starting point. Second, the cardboard box method. I mean, I've got cardboard boxes for days. So, you know. White ink. You'll thank me later. I'll add it to my list. Cult of Paint in Cheltenham. I didn't know it was in Cheltenham. I just use a cardboard box to catch the overspray. No, I probably will just get like a surround. I've got like cardboard for days and just put that in front of everything. I might go to an airbrush class as well. I think we're all good though. I don't think I've managed to get Pterodon turquoise everywhere, which is useful. I might make my own spray booth, is what I'll probably do. Right, let's get rid of that. Yeah, in Incom Gaming, that would be where CanCon, probably. Cardboard box. I'm going to write that down. Black ink and cardboard box as a makeshift booth. Right, there we go. I think airbrush fumes might tend to do that. CanCon. It would have been Incom Gaming. It would have been at the Two Pigs Resort. Venue. The Two Pigs venue. We've got 43 minutes left, guys. So, what shall we do with our time that we have together? Shall we build a miniature? Should we paint something? Do I have something to paint? I'm not sure I do have anything to paint. We could talk rules. We could complain about GW. No, we won't do that. Never do that. I love Games Workshop too much for that. I should probably, like, tidy up. Just go crazy with paint. You got the tools. Just go mad. No, when I go mad with paint, Aiden, what generally tends to happen is the chat will then convince me to drink some contrast paint. And then I'll do it. saying that I never would do that ever again. And then... Have you seen they published more numbers on which faction was winning the most? I've not seen that. Do you have any swamp-themed bases lying around? Yeah, I do, Northie. Review contrast paint flavors. No, we did that, MSCP cheats. Sounds like it's time for a sip. No to Baconator! Oh, it wasn't really lying about, but there's one. So, there's a swamp-themed base for you. Can you airbrush me? I'll airbrush you all day, every day, Rez. Let's talk about how wicked the Azurani Eldar models look. They do look awesome. We're going to be doing... quick talk through how it's achieved. I've got a video on how to do these bases. If you go onto my YouTube channel, which you're already on, if you look up how to paint swamp bases, Warhipster how to paint swamp bases, I've got a video that will show you how I did that. Well, not this specific race, but it shows you how I did the Cruel Boys bases, the swamp bases. So I've got a specific video for that. Airbrush him like one of your Stormcast girls. Oh, I will airbrush Rez like one of my Stormcast girls. That I've never done that before. But it would be messy and horrible for both of us. But I think we would, in the end, be closer for it. I'm excited by the new Azurani miniatures because I'm going to be painting some. I'm going to be painting some for a client who has asked for some Wave Serpents, a couple of Crimson Hunters, a bunch of Dire Avengers, and he wants all the new stuff as well. So we're going to be doing that over the coming weeks. So there's that's coming. So there's going to be tons and tons of Eldar models. Who is at the top of the meta, I believe the question was. I'm going to look it up. Warhammer community. What did they say? Is it a new Meta Watch article? That I haven't seen yet. Can't see it. Crimson Hunters, do people still own them? Yeah. I'm going to drink some of my airbrush water. I think he wants them done as Crimson Hunter X-Arcs. Last time I spoke to him, he did. It's Drukhari still at the top for win rate. Well, that's all about to change with Gene Stealer Cults and Adeptus Custodes, right? 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 Man. It's a good job that this is the beginning of my Drukhari army. As you can tell, it's a very detailed colour scheme. You start with Grey Seer. You airbrush Pterodon Turquoise over the top, and then you're done. Job's a good one. How does one become a client? Do you have to decline a lot of people? I don't have to decline a lot of people. Hello, Danny. To Javier's friend, Danny. The best way to become a client, Debaconator, is just message me and we can talk about what it is you want doing. I was exceptionally busy up until the end of last year. I've got a lot on now, but like we're at the beginning of the year, so it feels a lot easier. If you want armies doing for like April, then we won't be able to do something before then because I'm tapped out. But like the odd little model here or there. If you like wanted like a character model or something doing, you can probably get that done before April. Otherwise, I got the rest of the year pretty much free. But yeah, just shoot me a message on Instagram or send me an email to therealwarhipster@gmail.com and we can talk about what it is you want doing. Eric Taylor, what a timely video. I'm literally doing my first airbrushing this evening. Oh, I literally just did my very first airbrushing. This is what I achieved. I learnt something. I learnt how to do a thing. I mean, it was annoyingly easy to get that on there. I mean, I could do it with a brush, but it would take me longer. Don't spray the pot of water, Eric. No, do not do that, Eric. If you've just joined, wait until we're finished and then go back and watch when I spray the pot of water. It's hilarious. I might consider that if you're open to stuff outside Warhammer, to be honest. I'm open to doing anything. We just have to talk. I mean, some stuff is like, you know, I might decline some work if it's like, if it's just gonna be awful. I know that sounds terrible, but like, you know. If anyone wanted me to like hand sculpt them something, it's like, well, I don't sculpt. I don't know how, so I'm probably not the best person. I would try and find you an artist that could do that for you. Because I'm not the right person for that. I can paint it real good. I can build it according to the instructions pretty good. Magnetizing I'm not very good at. I've magnetized 6 models in my life and they were all last year. Jake, you are a bit late. We have done the airbrushing. We've learnt a lot, but this video will be up on demand as like I say on demand. It will be up as a VOD immediately after this is finished, so you'll be able to go back and watch that bit. Does the airbrush contrast collect in the recesses? No, it does not. It sits there on top. So it doesn't do what contrast paint does. Don't get me wrong, it's nice, but like you can see how there's like, I don't know how yes, I can sculpt you, Rich. It'll be really bad. So, like, you can see, like, the recesses, they don't have anything in them. We're going to be talking about what we did, Jake. Like, I learned a lot. Like, this video, like, these guys, they were amazing. They just taught me how to do it, and I managed to get that kind of as my first airbrush load. I'll definitely... Airbrush contrast paint is more like a glaze. Well, I wouldn't say that. It kind of acts more like... I guess it does act like a glaze. It looks to me like it does any other normal paint. Just, you know, there's a kind of a couple more tones in there. So, like, there is a contrasting effect going on there, but the dark pigment hasn't run in there into those recesses. It's just not going to do that. It's like, you know, the paint is mixed in the pot. It looks really nice. I'm really pleased with that. And I think you could get some really kind of cool, like, using contrast paint, like, for example, using some Black Templar. You could, like, get that kind of fade out to the black that you see on, like, some Eldari vehicles, for example. Which I think would be really cool. I'm definitely going to keep playing with it. It goes on nice and smooth though, so you get some really cool tones. That looks really nice, I think. You know, and that took all of about, what, 10 minutes, guys? I can't remember. I need to keep playing with it. Oh god. Hands forgot how to hold. A Drukhari Relda. Relda? A Drukhari Relda. Okay. Maybe I have lost it. People talk about shooting contrast with the airbrush all the time. Is it just because it's pre-thinned? I guess so. I mean, it also does have some different tones to what you normally have, and it does have a nice effect. Need to keep playing with it, drops it immediately. That's how I roll, Richard. That's how I roll. See, if it was black, then you sprayed white ink and then the blue over it, it would look even more amazing. Yeah. Undercoat and base coat with it to practice. Yeah, I could use it to reduce, change all my priming, couldn't I? That was a question I was asked about my priming, how it always seems to be quite smooth. I kind of just follow the instructions, which sounds dumb, but like, so like, say this is the spray can, I will just like that distance, and I don't like hold the button down and go like this. I just go 1, 2, 3, like an angle, and I always keep the can moving. So like it will just be like, you know, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So like the can's moving. So I'll demonstrate with this model, for example. So if I was to reprime this, I would be going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm done. Like that. Like I never go like button down. Like that. I just don't, because it doesn't work for me. That's how I prime. I use rattle cans for everything. Do you make sure the primer can is warm too? Yeah, I do like to warm it up. So quite often what I'll do is I'll give it like a shake like this for a little while, and I'll just roll it in my hands like this to warm it up. And sounds like, you know, sometimes like I'll just, if I'm not spraying, I'll hold the can like that underneath my armpit, like that, just to warm it up a bit. But you just got to keep it like that moving. I've got a can of primer here. Oh, it's a plane. Heat a bucket of water and let it sit in it for a few minutes works too. Yeah, so yeah, I've done that in the past. What about spraying in really bad weather? In that instance, what you do is you get a cardboard box, you go to your kitchen, you put the cardboard box on its side, you turn the extractor fan on, you open the window, you chuck out all the small pets, you bar the entrance to your wife, partner, boyfriend, husband. You don't let them come in, you do it. And then you just go, I don't know how it got so weirdly shiny dusty in here. Yeah, no, that's just a water bottle. The thing I use to great effect that I cannot find anywhere in this room right now is the GW spray stick. It's literally over there on the other side of the room. I use the spray stick. And I don't. The crucial thing with the spray stick is not to overcrowd it, because if you overcrowd it, you get like this kind of weird sort of thing happen. I'll show you what I do. So I use this old thing, very well loved. So I generally try to have no more than like 5 or 6 models on here, depending on base size. But so for these sisters, I'll put one in there, one in there. I'm not sure why that one's like that, but like. Oh, because I did a 25mm. Ha! There you go. That is the maximum amount that I will put on a spray stick. So it gives the spray enough of an angle so that it's not like blasting this one and just coating this one. Because if they're like that, and you come in at like, and you come in at this angle, this one's going to get a lot more than this one, because this one's going to be blocking the paint off to this section. So what ends up happening is you spray from this angle, this doesn't get covered, so you're just going to spray there as well, and now this is getting extra double spray. So here you can be a way more kind of accurate with it. And so if we demonstrate this as the spray cam, it means that when I'm doing that kind of 1, 2, 3 thing, I can go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then I can come in at like this angle and do the same thing. And I can come in at this angle, do the same thing. I can go across the top, and then I can just do the same thing around the back. Like that. So that's the trick, you see. I mean, you could just do what they do on the GW video, which is just go like that. But I just don't trust it. I don't trust a spray can to not gum up my models like that. So that's how I would do that. And, you know, for those interested, we have some Sisters of Silence. And I filmed this one, so there's a video coming on it very, very soon. So you'll be able to see how I did those. Do you lacquer or protect your minis after painting? No. I don't. I'm just careful. Which is terrible. I always end up spraying my arm. Yeah, no, I used to as well. That's why this thing is just the best. I love it. The only thing I wish is that this stick came with 2 handles. So you put one in there and one in there. And then you could just spray and then just go into the other handle. There is no chance that that will come out, because I have used this stick now ever since it came out every day. Not every day, but everything I've primed has been done on this stick. I really like doing the Lumineth Realm Lords Northy. I've got a load more to do, which is part of the, you know, I will have less time after I'll have more time after April, because I'm going to be working on some Lumineth Realm Lords alongside the Eldari. I never trust the rubber bands on those. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, what I see some people do is, rather than trust it to hold it like that, they just go like that. So it holds it in place. I got this stick. This is a Citadel spray stick. This is the old one. They've just done a new one, which I believe doesn't have like as much of a kind of blocking thing. I haven't got the new one. I'm painting Wolfspear Primaris followed by Khorne Demons, and it's all your fault. I'm using contrast. Sorry. Although not really. I'm glad you're using contrast. The stick does helpfully come with the rubber bands, and it comes with tons of them. I've not had to replace any of them yet. Well, that's a lie. I have had to replace them on the stick, but I haven't had to buy any new ones, which is really good. But yeah, Joe, Chris is right. It comes from GW. There, like I said, there is a new one. I haven't got that one. I think it's a bit shorter. I think it deploys out, but it's very cool. So yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff for the Lumineth that's coming. Contrast is amazing on Star Wars Legion stuff, droids especially. I could not agree more. I've not painted any, but I keep meaning to. I need to buy the Star Wars Legion box. I really want to get it. It's just I don't have any money. Especially, I know it sounds stupid, but I need to save up 20 quid to buy these pots and those bottles. You know, we run things on a shoestring budget here at Warhipster Towers. Using the first part of your white scar tutorial for the grey and the black armour from your sister's tutorial. Nice. That sounds really cool, Richard. Sounds really cool. I managed to get the Clone Wars core set at Christmas for £28. Nice. Let me look it up. Let me look up some Star Wars stuff. Star Wars Legion. No, not Legio. That would give me something else. Who stocks it? Everyone? No one. Element Games. Have you ever painted Severeth? That's the... That's the Wind Lord, right? Severeth, the Lord of the Seventh Wind. No, I haven't got to it yet. I am going to get to it though. I promise. How many hours a day are you painting on average? Probably about 12. 12 to 16. Depends on how good the day is. I spend a lot of time painting. And if I'm not painting, I'm editing. And if I'm not editing, I'm building. And if I'm not building, I'm playing the PlayStation. So there's always other stuff to do. But yes, Dave, I am going to get to the rest of the Luminous range. I've been saying that for months, but I am going to get to it, I promise. Honestly, trust me. Because I've even got a Alaris stone mountain and all that kind of stuff to do. So I am going to get to all of it. Get this set. Are you messaging it to me on Discord, Jason? I can't check. Would you do anything radically different if you're painting an Imperial Knight in the Contrast Plus style? They're fairly large, flat panels. No, I wouldn't. I would paint it the same as I would any other vehicle. Will you be getting Elden Ring next month? Emily? Yes, I will be getting Elden Ring next month. And I was even going to put it out there that I might stream it. I might stream Elden Ring for all you lovely people. Because Elden Ring's very exciting. And I think we could all have a good time with that. Let me know what you guys think. Because I want to get as much as I can out of my PlayStation. And I'm very excited for Elden Ring. It's going to be really cool. I mean, my plan was to start I want to make more content this year. I know it sounds mad, because my next model, I'll have a chat to you about colours on Discord. Sounds good, Dave. Sounds perfect. There's a bunch of stuff I want to do this year. So just let me know what you guys think. So this year I want to do a bunch of painting tutorials. Obviously, those aren't going to go away. So we'll do probably about 104 of those. Because that's 2 a week, Thursday and Sunday. So we'll do a bunch of those. We're going to keep streaming once a week, so that's a Wednesday. What I want to do is I want to try and get gaming up once a week, at minimum. You stream games, that's news. I do. What I'm kind of quickly realizing, Fred, is that what I'm going to have to do is, I think, stream twice a week, doing video games one night and doing hobby another night. When is Tale of Many Warhipsters due? Was it the weekend just gone? No! It is this weekend coming. So you've got week commencing the 17th. I think that's the... Yeah, week commencing the 17th of January. So you've still got time, Mikey, to get your submission into the Tale of Many Warhipsters. My submission this month, which you might have seen on Instagram, is Screamers of Zinch, which you might see coming very soon somewhere else. They're behind me, I think. Yeah, they're still on the tray. 2 days of me. Well, so what I might do is I might be adding. I want to add video gaming because it's something that I love, and one thing that doing Warhipster full time means that I often don't make enough time to do my own thing. When I could be, because I'm doing a lot of hobbying and a lot of kind of commission painting and stuff like that. So that's, that's fine. I love doing that. But like, one thing I need to do is kind of unpack that a little bit and kind of do something that's not Warhammer in case I burn myself out again, like I did it towards the end of the year. And then I came on here for a long group therapy session, which was marvelous because you guys are amazing. So yeah, I want to add streaming games. So I want to do games. I want to do the 2 painting tutorials. I want to do this like hobby hangout that we do once a week, where we do something cool. We review products. We talk about books. We talk about Warhammer games that we've played, and I usually like build or paint something. We did some airbrushing, as you know. I want to add all of that. But what I also want to do is I want to get a bunch of more like kind of, and everyone always asks me for like the hows, because they see the like product of what I do in the video, and I know I explain how to paint the video, but then it's like the how to do the painting, which is something that we don't often have time to cover in the video. Now, I've got a bunch of footage filmed for that, and I just need to sit and edit it and find the time to do that. So yeah, there's just loads of stuff that I'm going to add. Many Warhipsters. It's kind of what Chewy said. There's a series that we're running, have been for the last 6 months, 6-7 months, which is basically a hobby celebration, but it's also a motivation series that we've been doing. Basically, you paint a unit a month, you submit pictures of it to me at therealwarhipster@gmail.com, and then Reza and Adam, ADR Wargaming, and I sit and we go woo at all the amazing hobby that everyone's done, and we just kind of motivate each other and get each other psyched to do the next thing and get our projects finished. It's a good way of conquering those pile of potentials that we all seem to have. You have full-on hobby burnout, Rez. You did do a lot towards the end of last year. Maybe you just need something to like G you back up. I mean, I'm seeing you on Friday. I will get you excited for hobby. I will do that for you. I will get you. I will get your cylinders firing. I'll do all of that for you because I love you. I would do that for any of you. Is it worth sending stuff in for the Tale of Many Warhipsters if you're not, actually good? Jake, you are almost definitely good. You are a good hobbyist if you have done something. That's it. Even if you've just built something, even if you look at something and you don't think you've painted it well, you've painted it a lot better than anyone who hasn't painted a miniature has done. Jake, I cannot tell you enough that just doing the thing makes you a fantastic hobbyist. That is what I would say to anyone. Literally, just even if it's just a case of you get this Space Marine and you just dump some black on there, and it's, you know, you're like, that's the limit of my skill. You've done that, and somebody hasn't done that. You are a better hobbyist by far than anybody who hasn't done that thing. I guarantee you. So if you want to submit to Tale of Many Warhipsters, submit to Tale of Many Warhipsters, because we will celebrate you for being a fantastic hobbyist. It's not about quality. It's not about quantity. It's not about color choice. It's not about creativity. It's not about color theory. It's not any of that. It is about celebrating you, celebrating us, and celebrating this wider hobby. And not enough of that goes on in the world as it stands. A lot of that does go on, but not enough of that goes on in the world of YouTube and Instagram. A lot of it is kind of, everything's terrible, Drukhari are the worst, blah 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 blah, the new Custodes book is terrible, blah blah blah. You know, there's a lot of that. But here on YouTube we have you know, we have this. I like to think of the Tale of Many Warhipsters as part of this shining beacon of light that sits in the middle, that goes, all hobby is great hobby. And I love whenever people submit. So please do submit, because, you know, you absolutely should. I'm a 5 out of 10. I'm probably the worst one anyway. On the Tale of Many Warhipsters, as Rez likes to point out every single week, that I am the worst. We're still putting Meg stuff last. We have thought about putting Meg's stuff towards the end and putting my one first. So it just goes, here's mine, get it all out of the way, then we can actually build up to the Meg of the month. Yeah. What the world needs now is squats, sweet squats. It's the only thing that I'm dreaming of. Immediately DMCA'd. You did give me a 6 out of 10 once. You did. I'm going to give you a 10 out of 10 next time, Rez. And you're going to feel really guilty when you give me my 4 or 3 out of 10 or whatever. You know. But yes, please do submit to the Tale of Many Warhipsters. If you want to know more about what it's like, what the format is, how it works, I honestly just recommend just go and watch one of the episodes. We always tell you when the next one is. So if you watch the most recent chapter, so chapter 5, I want to say. If you watch chapter 5, that's basically the format. So you'll go straight into that. If you submit for chapter 6, which the deadline week is next week. So the deadline week starts on Monday, 17th, and it runs to the Sunday. And then we record the video on like the Monday or the Tuesday. And yeah, just email it to therealwarhipster@gmail.com and tell me a little bit about yourself, you know, what you'd like me to say. Because I read out what everyone says. We've got a couple of narrative stories that we need to read out. We keep meaning to do that. So apologies to anyone who has submitted one of those and I haven't done it yet. We will do it. Can there be a built-only version too for us slowpokes? Yeah, if you like. If you want to submit that, do. Honestly. I've got multiple things to submit this month for 2 different armies and everything. Well, I sort of technically kind of do, but not really. Because I've done... my 40k project is these. Custodes. I know these are sisters. But I'm going to be doing this. And I'm going to kind of be continuing the demons as well. Not that there's much left for them. I've done the screamers. I've got blue horrors, pink horrors. Not pink horrors. Blue horrors, brimstone horrors, a spoilpox scrivener, a sloppity bilepiper, and a fate skimmer. And that's it. That's all that's left. Apart from if I'm going to buy new stuff. Rez does not play Custodes, but he should, because he could do that like in 10 minutes. But don't worry, Mikey. On Friday, I'm going to G him up. I'm going to get him so excited he's going to go home and paint something, or he'll paint something the following day. and then he'll be like, boom. Have you painted a Custodian Guard or just Terminators? I have painted Custodian Guard. I painted an entire Custodes army, which is on its way to Hellstorm Mikey now, because I'm getting a new one, because I'm a much better painter than when I painted it last time. So, you know. Hello, Theristus. Hope you're well. So yeah, I mean, there might be a bunch of Custodes videos coming. Like I said, these girls are coming, and we've got the Blade Champion video as well. I think that might be coming out tomorrow, actually. I will check. But yeah, there's loads of Custodes content coming. So sorry to rewind in that kind of diatribe that we just went on. The other thing I want to do is I want to get back into doing the Warhipster Explained series, so do a lot more kind of talk about narrative, but also kind of reviewing books, telling you what I would do in terms of playing with them, both from a narrative point of view. So that would be like how I would build a narrative-based army, how I would, you know, play with the game, but also just like throw a bit of crunch in there. Because a lot of my armies, they start off with the intent of being really, you know, crunchy and spicy, and then I'll find one thing that I think is crunchy and spicy, and then I'll end up building a theme around it. So like, my demons are a classic example of that. I was like, it's going to be Be'lakor, and it's going to be Disciples of Be'lakor, because I want to do one of every of the gods. And then I was like, but if we're doing one of every of the gods, we need to have one of every of the greater demons, and then one of every of the greater demons. I'm not going to do any more than that, I'm sure. I might do the character ones, but who knows. I think, you know, it always seems to turn out that way, so I like to have all four. So yeah, I mean, there's lots of stuff to come, lots and lots of stuff to come. But yeah, I want to do like you know, looking at codexes and battle tomes and stuff, kind of Age of Sigmar and 40k. Just give my take on it, because again, I think you get a lot of content around like what's the best thing to take to smash your friends into the dirt, right? But you don't get a lot of, if I was to build a fluffy Custodian army, what I would do is this. I'm tempted to go Gobsprak for my Cruel Boys. Do you think it's worth the price? Do you mind comparing it size-wise to something else you have laying around? Yeah, sure. This is Gobsprak. There he is. Let me just check what my camera's doing. See if that makes sense. Right. So that's Gobsprak. What's a good... Oh, if you're doing Cruel Boys, let me get a Cruel Boy and you can see it for scale. I'll get you a couple of Cruel Boys for scale. We'll do a Kragnos as well. So there we go. That's Craggy. That's the Great Nash Tooth Boss. That's a thingy, and there's a plot. Right. So there's Gobsprak, and that's Kragnos. So they stack up quite well next to each other. Apologies, my lights are going crazy. So in terms of scale, he's big. If you want to compare him to the rest of the Cruel Boys range, particularly from Dominion, there's the Gnashtooth. So, you know, he's chunky. Like that. And if I move my hand here and hold him, this is your regular Cruel Boy. And then if I grab him, oh, this is going to be a feat. There we go. And that's a Grot. So there we go. Like if you want to compare a Grot. There you go. Same for like Stormcast Eternal. Here's a Vigilor. So he's a chunky bit of kit. Not pot grot invalid. There's a not pot grot. There's a pot grot on Gobsprak. There he is. He's definitely a pot grot. He just doesn't have his pot. Which is the most important part of being a pot grot. A grot pot. Oh, now we have to play Model Jenga again. Oh no. In you go, Craggy. In you go, Nash Toofy. I don't actually play, I just paint, but I'm looking to keep this army. Does anyone know if he's actually a good boss? I think he's good. For me, I think Gobby is a great pinnacle leader for the Cruel Boys range. I think if you've got him surrounded by a bunch of Cruel Boys, he'll look absolutely fantastic. Game-wise, he's good. He's just not breathtaking. You know, like... Yeah, Christopher's right. Chris is right. He's an interesting one. He's a multicast wizard in an army that lacks them otherwise, and he's a very mobile wizard in an army with mostly slow casters. So yeah, he is a really good addition. He might be a little bit expensive for what he does, but what he does is quite good. But he might be a little bit expensive, so he might need to come down in points. But then, who knows? I think he's good. I think there's definitely play for him. I think if you use a lot of the kind of man skewer bolt boys with him, he can be really a massive force multiplier because of the wizarding stuff that he can do. It's almost worth kind of taking one of each, the beast boss, the boss, and him. But you know, you don't need to if you've got the Gnash Tooth. Gnash Tooth's pretty good. It's not as quick as the Vulture, but. What have you thought as celebration/party when you crossed 15k subs in YouTube? Oh, I must confess, Javier, I hadn't actually thought about doing a celebration party at 15. What I desperately want to do is get to 20, and I've got a really good idea for 20. For 20,000. I've got a really good idea for 20,000. For those of you who are interested, I am a mere 50 away from 15,000. So if you, cumulatively, of the 30 or 40 people here watching, if you each go and tell 2 of your friends, and then each of them go and tell 2 of their friends, we'll get to 20k in no time. Which would be really nice. It's a crime that you aren't at 150k, let alone 15k. I agree, Eric. I would love to be there. But we're not quite there yet. But we'll get there. We will. I'm sure we will. I would love to hit 100,000 this year. I don't think it'll happen. My first goal this year, the first milestone I want to hit this year is 20. So that is 5,050 people we have to find to join the channel. That would be amazing. The Elden Ring playthrough will probably bring in some more subs. I hope so. I hope so. What I might do for the Elden Ring playthrough is I might like stream it, but then like play a little bit longer and then upload them as some like extra videos so that you can like watch a stream and then watch a couple of parts additionally. I think what I need to do, I need to upload a video every day, which is just hard because, you know, I like to sleep. And I can't edit every day because that would kill me. I just wouldn't get everything that I need to get done if that was the case. But maybe, hopefully, Elden Ring will pull in some extra subs. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna hang around for another 5 minutes. Do you enjoy this kind of thing where I just chat? Would you like more talking head content? You guys tell me, because, you know, I can have all of the ideas in the world, and then they can just do nothing. So, you know, when you guys give me feedback, it's really useful. I really do value it. Please don't burn yourself out. Teach the missus to edit. I would love to teach her to edit. But yeah. I enjoy it. I enjoy just talking nonsense. Good background track whilst assembling. Oh, that's awesome. That's what I need, you see. Because I also thought about this, of doing a thing where I kind of do a... kind of like a... It's not a podcast, but it would be like an open chat once a week. Where I just kind of put out a register, get everyone to sign up who wants to be on it, and then I just go through it name by name, and we just like 4 people get together once, maybe a fortnight, where we do a kind of chat and just chat for like 2-3 hours whilst doing something. It's like building or painting or, you know, chilling out or whatever. It's just, there's all kinds of things. There's loads and loads and loads of stuff that I want to do for you guys this year. Because what I want to do for you guys this year is I want to get to 20k subscribers. Then from 20k I want to get to 40k, because that feels right? I want to get to 40k subscribers. I want to be earning all the cashola in the world so that I can hire another person, and then I can get them to do some of the stuff that I don't want to do, so that I can do more stuff that I do want to do that you want to see. You see? I want to hire Rich, and I want to hire Adam. But Adam is very expensive, and Rich is also very expensive. The last time I saw him, I shook his hand, and I went to shake his hand. He said, "Don't touch what you can't afford." And I was like, "Whoa, this guy. This is Rich, not Adam." I'll learn to edit if you buy me the machine for it. I'll send you my old one. It'll take you 4 million years. Yeah, I want Warhipster Studios. This is my dream, right? My dream is to get to the point where I can hire someone, and then because I've hired someone, we put more content out, which means we make a little bit more money, and then we make a little bit more money so we can hire a third person, and then that third person comes on board, and they make a bunch of stuff, and we end up like pumping out great quality content every week. So you'll get me every day. But then what happens is, because we've now got 3 of us, and we're making that money, and we can afford it, and, you know, people are, you know, they're earning a salary, and that's what I desperately want to be able to pay people, as a salary, not just promises of that happening. I want to be able to do that for people, and then what we do is we get a place, and that place becomes the studio, and we go to the studio, and that's where we do stuff. We hang out there all day, and then we hire another person, maybe 4th or a 5th person, and then they come on board, and then at this point we've got ourselves a nice little family, a little team that is just awesome and amazing and cool and brilliant. And then, you know, they can live stream on their own, and I can live stream with them, and we can do all that kind of stuff. We can create lots of content for everybody. And then what happens is we're just doing so well, and people love us so much, is that we end up taking our little studio and expanding it out. We buy the other studios around that, and then we knock all the walls down. And then in that building, that becomes our venue. And then you guys can all come down and play games whenever you want. And do coaching, painting coaching whenever you want. And you can have masterclasses whenever you want. And then you can also like buy merch from me. And you can also buy products from me. And I have a web store and all of this. This is the 10 to 15 year plan. That is the 10 to 15 year plan. What's the email address to submit work to, guys? It is this. I will type it out for you. The real Warhipster @gmail.com. Ah, Chris did it. Thank you, Chris. That is my plan. That is the 10 to 15 year plan. We are on year 2 of the 10 to 15 year plan. So we're not even there. You guys are the OGs. You guys are my crew. You're the ones. You are the foundation upon which this massive wargaming conglomerate will be built. At which point, I'll be, you know, oh god, 15. I'll be quite, yeah. At what point in that dream do you come out with your own miniatures game? That's around about year 11, year 12, that kind of time. That's when I come out with my own miniatures game. And I know exactly the type of miniatures game I want to make. I know exactly what it is. What it looks like and how it plays. I've got this kind of concept in my head, but I need somebody to be like sit with me, and someone who knows more about that kind of side of thing for us to do that together. Isn't a throne made of our skulls? We're all good. No, it'll be a throne made of all the skulls of all the people who go, contrast paint is for amateurs and new beginners. That's who it'll be. Sage of Wigmar. Damn it! Chris guessed it. If you need any illustrations, let me know. Ooh. No, I have this idea in my head of a war game that, you know, is it kind of takes elements from all the, like, you know, games I like to play, you know, like random card events and dice rolling and all this kind of thing, and it'd be massively complex, and in my head it's just this crazy game where just literally anything can happen, but like I really want to, for example, create, like, it is Warhammer Quest, but it's not Warhammer Quest. It's like a miniatures game where you kind of have there's no rest in it. It's a constant dungeon crawler where, you know, you come up against stuff, you level up as you go through the dungeon. You're fighting stuff changes, stuff moves, the plot is written by you, by your actions. It's like an action book, you know, all those kinds of things. Do your own adventure type thing. So, you know, year 11 of Warhipster sounds perfect for launching a game, doesn't it just? So, on that note, now that you know the extended vision of Warhammer, now that you know the extended vision of Warhipster, Warmhipster apparently now is what I was going for. Now you know all of that. Gloomhaven is probably what I'm thinking of, MSCPG. It is probably, like, who has an original idea these days? However, on that note, it is 10 past 10. We've been going for a couple of hours. The Great Hipster Crusade begins. Indeed it does. Get your cat t-shirts ready and join the Hipster Crusade, because it is time to end. Thank you so much to all those who gave me some tips on how to airbrush. I will get better. We will do more of these. I really enjoyed that. Thank you. This is the product of my first ever airbrushing. Here it is. Isn't it cool and awesome? That was the first attempt at airbrushing. There will be many more. We will do a lot more videos about airbrushing and airbrushing in general, to where I will master it just as I have mastered the contrast paint through a bristly brush. But thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to tell your friends. Share it all about it. I hope you had a great time, and I hope to see you all again next week. Same Warhipster time, same Warhipster channel. Have a good one. Happy wargaming, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are the best. I will see you very soon. Ta-da!